Yeah, I think conditions will be the basically deciding factor. Um, Regardless of whatever the conditions are, I think every batter tries to occupy the crease and score as many runs as possible. I think the nature of of both attacks is both teams are both teams are quite attacking. But in the same token, I mean, as I said, conditions will probably play a larger role in deciding how the game goes forward. I didn't get a chance to watch much of the Ashes, to be quite honest with you. Um, it was my off time, so I took it as a proper off time, and we were busy with some domestic stuff. But we've played against Australia quite a few times before over the last few years, and same bowling attack as well. So I don't think it's been much of a difference for us in the way we approach this Test series. Fortunately, as we've played and we've had, as a team, we've had relative success against Australia. So there hasn't been too many big issues running around. Guys have just been going about their business, just preparing as well as we can. Well, surprise factor is valuable, for any team, and I don't think in this series there's too many surprise factors because as I said that both teams have played against each other for quite a few years now, over the last few years. So I don't think there's much of a surprise factor for either team. I don't think I'll play any more senior role than I have been playing. We know that, a player like Jacques is, you're not going to replace him in a hurry. But in the same token, it's given the team a different dynamic and a different way of approaching things. And obviously the captain and the coach and the powers that be kind of decide on how they want to take the team forward. And I think we all knew that Jacques would have to retire at some stage. And there was some contingency plan for that. So, it'll be quite exciting to have a team, with a different type of flavor. But without a doubt, somebody like Jacques is going to be missed. That goes without saying. Ever since he's come into the national team, especially in the Test arena, he's been excellent for us in exceptional circumstances. I don't think there's too much of pressure on him. We all know that what he can do, and the way he's fit into the team has been quite excellent. So we just hope that he kind of slots in and does his thing. I said we all believe that he can, and he has proven that he's a world-class performer in the Test arena. So, I think he's just gonna apply himself as best as possible without thinking about too many other things. No, nothing too particular. I mean, try not to get out freakishly again, but there's not much you can do about certain things. I've always in my preparation I try and keep things as simple as possible, and yeah, that's about it. And unfortunately, it's worked over the last few years. So, I just try and apply myself. Sometimes, the game of cricket is a combination of many things to succeed, and I'm just trying to, prepare as best as possible. I didn't see it yesterday, but I heard some of the guys saying that it was a bit green. Listen, it's impossible to say until the day the game starts when we finally know what we're going to be playing on. So let's wait till then and to see how the wicket plays and what we do have to play on. I think it probably some motivation factor in one aspect, and in another aspect, I don't think we're going to play too much on it. As I said, over the last few series that we've played against Australia, we have had success, and it would be nice to kind of translate that success into a home series. The last time they were here, it was a very good series. Obviously, the one in Cape Town, we had won and narrowly lost the one in the Wanderers. So both teams are very competitive teams, and it's always a good series. So we hope that we can obviously get a victory at home for our home crowd. No, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, we've seen that over many years. Cricketers coming through a bit later than normal and being highly successful. Obviously Ryan Harris he's been done well for Australia, but we haven't played much against him, as you've mentioned. So it'll be a good series I'm sure for him to play a bit more in South Africa. And as far as the ratings go, when you have a good series, then you get pushed up. If you don't have score runs or take wickets, then you get pushed down. So I don't think many people around the world or many cricketers put too much of emphasis on that. On any given day, somebody can get you out, and on any given day, somebody can score runs. I don't think it's felt any different as when we've played Australia before, to be quite honest. Every time we've played Australia, both teams have been, doing quite well, and the competition itself has been pretty good. So there hasn't been any bigger difference in a build-up to the series as there has been to any other series against Australia.